Hello everyone on YouTube. This is the Moral Reform Chronicles. And those of you out there on Facebook that will watch this later, again, this is the Moral Reform Chronicles coming to you today. And the name of the video is Lost Causes That Are Worth Fighting For. So, as we talk about this today, as I talk about this with you, some of you as you're watching, those of you that hopefully do, I would like for us to give this some deep thought sometime. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. But I would like to discuss this matter that we are facing in our times, but also what we have lost, what we haven't lost at the same time, and what's causing this problem. Obviously, I don't have all the answers to what is causing every single problem out there, but we're going to go over a few things. First of all, the world we are living in, it seems like there's always strife, there's always pain, there's always hurt, always something negative going on, and we just can't seem to get away from it. It's in our movies, it's in our games, it's on the TV, in all forms, including the news. It's just out there. And obviously, when it comes down to it, this very issue is destroying our cultures. It's destroying us as a society. It is truly not helping us. We are in a bad spot now because of this issue that we are facing. And also, these issues, some of you that you're watching this, I know that for some of the things I'm going to express, you may call, in your own words, some of you that are a little bit, how do I put this? You're a bit closed-minded to those who stand for old-fashioned values and what they call nowadays conservative. But there's even people out there that are a bit loosely on things that are also like old-fashioned values. So depends on how you want to put it, I guess. But I would like to express things. So I know that today conservatives are called sexist, they're called fascist, all this, racist, you name it. Well, this is not a video like that. This is far from that. These things that I'm about to talk with you about are old-fashioned values that really impacted the country in a better way, in a grand way, back when it was being done by some of you, your parents, the rest of us younger ones, our grandparents. Well, here's the thing of it. Back when a man was a man and a woman was a woman. Way back in the day, when the man was making good money, the woman stayed home. Help with the kids, family, cook supper, clean the house. And also a good man would help, when he came home, tired or not, he helped his wife. And then in some other cases that wasn't the case, but the woman didn't get upset all the time. But in this society today, yes, we still have those families that think like that. But here's the thing. I have nothing against a woman going to work and the husband being at work too. That's actually great, because in this economy, it's pretty bad. We gotta really try to keep up with the bills. The American dollar, it's the what is that called? The value and worth of it is going down all the time, and so yeah, we're not making near as much money as we used to. And yes, and our parents and grandparents will tell you, especially grandparents who are honest enough, people who are older will tell you, times were tough back then too. They weren't much different. But, as they're saying that, again, we didn't live that time. We have no clue. All we know are the stories and what history tells us when we read it, or when we watch a movie that tries to get as close as possible as depicting what happened. But obviously, we will never get that close because we didn't live in those times. And you see today, back then and today, the difference is we have more negativity today than we ever have. The family structure is torn down. Dads are wherever. Moms also dependent on the mom. You know, there are moms who stay with their children forever. Beautiful. Truly beautiful. But the dads, that part, it's changed drastically. Somewhere after World War II, the dads just were not the same no more. Men, young men especially, we need to stand up. We need to do our part. We are hurting our children when we don't help them and love them and correct them in love. If you have to be stern because they're disobeying, then okay. But don't be so bad about it, so negative that you cause something negative to happen within them where they just don't like you. That's not worth it. Be gentle. Be compassionate. Have some empathy. Imagine yourself in their shoes. Regardless of the age. Feel for them. Love them. Hug them. Show them you care. Spend time with them. And don't just buy them gifts to kind of throw off the quality time. Do something. Those are just a few of several other things that make up for a good dad. And you know, also, don't forget your wives. Those of you that have jobs, yes, work. But spend time with your family. It's important. Yes, I get it. You want to have a lot of money. Yes, I get it. You got to keep up with the bills. I mean, I say I get it, but obviously I'm not a husband. I'm not a dad. I can't relate to that. But again, we all got to keep up with stuff. That's what I'm getting at. And I want you to really think about this with me, please. This is urgent. Dire urgent. If you don't know how to be a good dad, you're struggling with that, you don't know where to begin or where to start. If you're struggling with, trying to be a good husband but don't know where to begin or where to start, let me tell you, there are plenty of books out there to help you to understand. If you're not a reader, go watch a video on YouTube. But make sure it has a positive moral message behind it. I get that it's not easy to want to turn to things because our pride is bigger than our head. We don't like to receive help as men because we are so used to being independent. The guys now, we have to be dependent on some things to learn, to grow, to be strong for our families, be loving, be caring, be useful, showing our families whatever it takes of us to do that. These are lost causes worth fighting for. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend, if you're a moviegoer, if you're one of those who just mainly likes newer movies, I'm going to have to tell you, I'm sorry, but there are movies out there that are older that have a stronger message in them about family than not. For an example, one of the best ones, it's not a movie, it's actually a show, it's Little House on the Prairie. And then there's another one, I haven't got to watch this one very much. It's called The Waltons. If you really want to get some ideas of what it means to be a dad, watch those. If you can't stand something in black and white, or you can't stand something from certain areas where the colors kind of looks what we call awful today, but that was the time it was made in. Years from now, we're going to say stuff now, it looks terrible. We will. But that's what it is. Our children and grandchildren will say, that looks terrible. Wow, yuck. We do that now with our parents and grandparents' movies. But try to get an idea. If you're not going to want to go to your Bible, if you have one, or if you don't have a Bible, or you don't want to believe in God, at least, go to those movies. Get an idea. Do something about it. Men, it's our time to be different, to change what our parents couldn't change. Those of us that struggle with negativity. Let's do something about this. It's time we stand up. It's time we do something. And ladies, this is something I hope will encourage you and help you to feel and care for your husband a bit more. I'm not saying that those of you watching this don't care. I'm talking about the ones right now maybe going through a lot inside. Maybe something's just, the husband ain't doing something right. I don't know what your current situation is, but I care about the families today. We need to come together. We're putting each other through so much, and we need to really try to find ways to grow. If we don't try to do something with our lives, we're not getting anywhere. But anyways, sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. A little message showed up. But I want to express something. Women, I'm going to say this to the single ones. I'm going to say stuff to the single men as well, not just the ones that are married. But women, you are a lady. Don't feel bad about that. Men, don't treat your wives bad just because they may not do something you like or maybe they annoy you. Please, show your wives love the way that makes them feel loved. Ladies, please, when you think about it, some of you, I don't know how many of you today like doing the old-fashioned thing, cooking for the family. Maybe you're the type like your husband, maybe when you want to go out to eat, well, that gets expensive. So you got to think about how you can go about it in a way that's useful. Try to find, if you have to find stuff in boxes to make and stuff, and it tells you how to make it on the back of the box, okay, then yeah, go for it. But if you can make homemade stuff, hey, great. Get that good cookbook. If you don't know how to cook, get a good cookbook. Start to do what it says. Learn something from that. And eventually you're gonna, once you get to serve your family, you may find out you may like it. You never know. Also, if you like a clean house, and it makes you feel good, have the family help you, ladies. And guys, don't just sit around and do nothing about it and leave your wife to do it. That gets very discouraging after a while, and a woman doesn't want to continue cleaning when her own husband won't help her. And you too, boyfriends, those of you that live with your girlfriends, I don't recommend y'all living together before marriage, but remember, this is my heart for this. I'm not trying to tell people to change their lives right away. That's up to you. That's your choice. Again, don't be lazy. Do something that makes your wife or your girlfriend feel good if you're planning to live together forever. Do things that make her feel special. And also, ladies, do the same thing back. Find things that you both can get. Going a little bit fast. Anyways, find things that will actually help you two to work it out together, where you're like peas and carrots in a pot. Inseparable. Do something. Please, do something. And also, when you're both really getting along, you're doing good, find little ways to reward your husband. And also, men, find little ways to show your love and reward, all that, whatever it is you prefer to do. Show that. Do it. Get little gifts. If your lady loves flowers, wow, there's a good one right there. If she likes a certain movie, get that movie, buy it, whatever. If it's a DVD, Blu-ray, or if it's on the internet, you go through the internet, I don't know. But do something that's beautiful. And again, this is something I heard from a friend of mine who's an amazing friend of mine. She taught me this. She's not my girlfriend. She was at one point, but we're not going off that. We're still best friends to this day. We still help each other. We teach each other stuff. And she's truly an amazing woman of the Lord. And if you don't like it that she's a Christian, then I'm sorry, but I place myself around people that help me to learn things so I can be a better person for God and for my fellow man. And lady, if you want to say that too. So, also, I want you to really think about this. She taught me this, just from her life, from what people have taught her too. Remember, this goes all the way around. We're all being taught daily if we were willing to be taught and to learn. Here's something I want you to think about. Never stop dating. You're probably thinking, never stop dating while I'm married? Sorry, if you think about it, what did you do in the beginning that made your wife happy? Ladies, what did you do in the beginning that made your man happy? Don't stop that. You don't have to go out on expensive occasions just to make each other happy. Do something together. It's beautiful. It will make you feel great together. Go out to each other's favorite restaurants. Take turns doing that. Go out to buffets. Go on the beach. Whatever is the most closest thing for you both that you both can enjoy. Get the negativity out of the home. Find ways to agree to disagree. If you have to come to meet in the middle somewhere, do it in a way where it's useful, helpful, and healthy as well. Crack jokes about each other's little quirks. Have fun with it. Don't be like, oh, don't do that. That doesn't help the issue. It makes matters worse. I beg of you, let's do something. Also, people, we've got to be different. Different than what this world asks of us to be. The world says, be independent, do what you want and do it your way whenever you want. Sorry, that doesn't help. That actually, it sounds good, but when you go into deep thought about it, and you think about your family and your friends, if we all did exactly what we wanted, we're going to lose a lot. Emotionally, if you're a Christian, spiritually, if you're a person that, just does whatever you want, you'll even go into financial issues, which goes into the other two. Christian or not, people, we must work together, have love and compassion in the home again, show our children we love them as it was meant to be. We cannot dare go on and just expect all this stuff to just happen. If it takes time for us to get to the point where we need to be, then so be it. Learning is better than not learning and not doing anything about it. Love your families. Also, I guess I might as well do the next video for the whole singles part, because it's going to be about boundaries, it's going to be about conviction, it's going to be about respect. May not be the way exactly that you would like, but I hope, it is my hope that you will consider watching these videos continually. And remember, don't stop doing something that you know is right just because you're going through a tough time. I'm going to tell you, before I got to this point, I was a very selfish person. I've made many mistakes, but I come to you with a heart full of compassion and love, and a passion to see you do great, whatever you are in your life, poor or not. You got to do something. Let's together make this possible so that we can influence and make other families' lives better too that want to join this grand adventure. You've only got one life to live. Let's live it well. If you want to know what song I'm taking that from, that's actually from a song. It came out last year, I think. It's by Switchfoot. Live It Well. I think it's called Life, Live It Well. I'm not sure, but anyways, it's a really good song. You should check it out. If you like this video and you like what's in it, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, because it gets more people to want to watch. And also share this video on your Facebook, Twitter, or any other place you want to share it. And let's get families doing the best things that we can do we can help them to get started, get going, and encourage one another to stay on the path that helps us to look forward into better possibilities for our family, for the future, and most of all, if you don't, and if for the Christians, for me to say for them, for God. If you're not a Christian, I totally understand, because I used to be a very bitter atheist, so I totally get it. But again, if you like this, please like and subscribe and share this video so that others may be blessed and encouraged to go on the path that will help them to be successful with their family and friends. God bless all of you, and remember, you have a purpose to live for. I don't know all those purposes, but if you have a family, strive to find out what it is. God bless all of you. Have a great day.